How are you?
Oh, we're doing good. How about y'all?
Good. Are you going to church today?
No, I'm thinking I'll stay at home.
Well,
Just a hassle
yeah.
to get up and crawl in Mary's truck and all this, that, and the other, and my hips kind of showing it too.
Mm.
But I thank her for taking me all over the country. We have a good time, but I just don't, for some reason, want to go. Just sit there a minute and hear a few words. I've already heard sermons this morning on TV.
Yeah, I like to hear them on TV.
I do. I get a lot more out of it
And you
than
can,
having to stand up every few minutes to sing and all this and that and other. And it's too hot.
really, and you can drink coffee and don't have to get dressed at home.
That's right, and eat, and I'm just sitting here reading the paper.
Yeah,
How's things going?
going good. As far as I know, we're still coming. So
Well, that's a blessing. I'm looking forward to that.
yeah.
Well, have you talked with Sister lately?
No.
Well, I called her yesterday because James was off Thursday and Friday, and we visited Billy Thursday.
Mhm.
And then he rode me all over God's country, all over around Wallace Lake and all this and that and the other. But when we got to Billy, she looked like she was in a deep hole. The well is still out.
Mm.
She's having to carry water from the office, and we had jugs and jugs of water here. I never thought to take it.
Mm.
But you flush a commode, and it's just a muddy stream.
Mm.
And that's been for God knows. Well, they're going to get a well, supposed to have one drilled down there in that part of the country. See, they're in the country.
Mm-hmm.
They're not in city limits. So they're looking forward to that, but Lord knows when. But they're drilling a well right across the road from us for the community.
Well, that's good.
Oh, yeah. And I just hope it don't they said it won't interfere with our well because it is so deep. They've worked out there over a week. I never saw as many pipes going down in the ground.
Mm.
Nice 3 men I've talked to all the time. And so when we got to Billy's house, James Joyner was there, and I hadn't seen him in God knows how long, I guess since we moved here. I didn't even know him, but he grabbed me and hugged me, and they just carried on. I didn't know till they called his name, who he was. He looks older and fatter and everything.
Well, who is it?
That's Gene's best friend. He's been with, and him and Tommy fished with for years.
Oh.
James Joyner.
Mhm.
Well, I don't know how to tell you who.
Well, that's fine. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
But so after we sat there and talked, after James left, Billy had sad news to tell. Savannah totaled out her car.
Oh my God.
Didn't get hurt.
Did
That's
she hit?
about the 4th wreck.
Did she hit anybody else?
Well, I'm sure she did.
Well, sometimes you can just have a one-car accident.
Well, I didn't get the details. All I know is that she's sitting there. Reba took her to get her groceries, and I said, well, I called her while I was there, and I said, you in the same shape I'm in because mine wore out. And Ed and them has worked on every wreck she's had, and Ed said he had spent a lot of money in trying to help her, but he couldn't do it anymore.
Mm-mm.
So she's dangerous on the highway.
Well, she needs to stop, so now she has to.
84 years old. Time's catching up with us. But after that, we heard the worst news.
What?
Justin was driving back, and they let him get in.
About Miss Shin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You heard that?
Yeah, Sister told me.
Well, I called yesterday and talked with Sister, and she didn't talk happy to me at all. I said something ought to be done about the boy, and she didn't like that at all.
Hmm.
He is just not there. That day at that family gathering, he went around in S's house with her cordless phone, talking all the time till she told him he had to quit and go outside.
Mm.
And he has a beeper on him and was waiting for them to call him from somewhere, I guess the restaurant. And it's just a pitiful situation.
Yeah.
But Sister didn't, I don't know, as long as they're going to let him get in a vehicle and just back and, just drive it.
Yeah.
And poor Miss Shen's blind
Mm.
and had been to the mailbox.
Well, I'm just glad it didn't kill her.
Well, she's not. She's still alive.
Yeah.
But in awful shape.
Mm.
We took her, Reba's youngest boy works in the fire department down there, volunteer, and that's where they got the call to come bring a ambulance.
Mm-hmm.
Did Sister tell you all that?
Well, she just told me she was life flighted.
Yeah. Well, when they got there, they had to raise that truck up off of her. She got 3 broke ribs and a broke pelvis.
Mm.
And they took her to the Willis Knighton. And she stayed 2 days and come back home. Then they had to call an ambulance to take her to Highland. That's where she had been before, with a hemorrhage in her head.
Mm.
So she's on ventilators, and I don't know what all, and everybody's praying for them.
Mm.
So she may survive, but Sister said she just wondered, if she'll be able to get around with a broke pelvis and all that.
I don't know. Mm.
Just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
But that's a real tragedy. I feel it worse for Pat and Cyrus because he was letting Justin drive his truck just back and forth, just pull up and back up, pull up and back up. Miss Shen had been to the mailbox, and he just backed over, and that's the tales of the whole situation.
Yeah.
And said he called Melissa and couldn't even talk. And Cyrus, when the men come to find out who and what happened, Cyrus told them don't even ask him. He can't talk.
Mm.
So Cyrus will blame himself now, I guess. For letting him drive, I don't know. But it's a sad, sad situation down in that part of the country.
Yeah, and I don't have nothing to do with it, so I'll just stay out of it. So.
Well, that's all we can do.
Yeah.
But it's pitiful, pitiful, because they'll all blame themselves. Yeah. I'm praying for them and for her to survive. It'll be a tragedy if she does go.
Yeah.
And that poor boy, he's so happy and just talking and better and everything. So it's just a sad world we're living in now.
Yeah.
But outside of that, we're doing good.
Well.
And I'll go to Dallas the 12th, I believe, she told me. And she's found a mate for their bird, cockatiel bird.
Yeah.
One of her friends found a woman that has a male, and so when I go and James is going to take her pier stands, he wants to take me and then bring the bird back, but I think he's going to have off 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
So I just don't know about that. If I'd rather he'd come get me and the bird then, but however days he's off.
Yeah.
So that's all I know.
So you're bringing a mate for the bird to your house?
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be good.
Yeah, it will, because did I tell you in April about it hollering and hollered and hollered and then tore up my paper towel in the bottom of the cage and laid an egg?
Yeah.
Well, this woman told Kathleen that male did the same thing, making a nest about that same time. That's the mating season.
Yeah.
And said it sleeps in a Kleenex box in the cage. Like a nest.
Yeah. Well, I hope they like each other.
Oh, I do too. Because this little bird's so lonely. After having been with another bird.
Yeah.
But we taken care of her, and James built a giant cage for her while I was there, so the two of them will have plenty of room.
Well, good.
Now, how's things going with y'all?
Good. Good.
Did you watch Austin City Limits last night?
No, I was watching America's Most Wanted.
Well, I used to watch that till I see who's on. It was Joan Baez last night.
Yeah, I think I flipped over there, but I don't care too much for her, so
No, I don't either. I don't understand her song. But anyway, it's music.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, I thought the guitar players was two black boys that was the best.
Yeah, they were good.
And then that other girl that sang at last, supposed to have been a blues singer, that was just monotonous.
I didn't hear her.
Well, I forget her name, but she's just by herself. So I just sat there and half sleep and watched till I can't and get up and go to bed.
Yeah.
And eating cookies and cakes and things. I got to slow down.
Well.
How about Eve Carolyn said you sent them some pictures?
Yeah, I didn't know when she'd get them, and
said you had lost the weight.
Oh no, I'm gaining it.
Well, she said Charlotte's lost a lot of weight.
No, I haven't.
Well, that's good if the picture shows.
I'm gaining it back though. My stomach's so big. But yeah, I didn't know if I put enough postage on it or.
Yeah, they was happy to get them.
Yeah.
So I said, well, she's gonna bring me some.
Right. Yeah, I just had my copies made.
Yeah, we can't wait for y'all.
Yesterday, so I'll bring you some.
And that's next Thursday.
Yeah, we're gonna get there Wednesday afternoon, but we're just gonna try to get with Jackie first because she always gets left out.
Oh yeah.
And then see y'all Thursday.
Well, that'll be better. You'll have time to rest.
Yeah, and then we'll just go from there and see who's gonna be home, and we'll just go.
Well, I'm sure everybody will.
Just go visit.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody's. I don't know, but we'll just see.
Are you going to see Miss Burrs too?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So we don't exactly know what our routine's going to be, but.
Well, when you get here,
yeah.
You can work it out.
Yeah.
Well, that is good.
So we're looking forward to it.
We are too. Just sitting here, that's all I'm doing.
Yeah.
James seems to be enjoying his work a little better. They've moved out half of the bad ones.
Well, that's good. What hours does he work?
Well, it's different hours now. It's 2 to 10. Mm-hmm. Then they may change him from 6 to whatever.
Yeah.
I guess when somebody don't show up. But he's off on Thursday and Friday now.
Yeah.
So that's a lot better.
Yeah.
And then we can go where we need to go.
Yeah, we can. And visit around and get us something to eat. We can stop and get something.
I'll have y'all something cooked. He's made a big pot of chili, and maybe he'll have something else. I don't know if y'all like that or not.
I was thinking about chili the other day.
Well, he's a good cook.
I imagine.
And just keeps the refrigerator filled all the time. Both of us eating till we can't.
Yeah.
But thank God we all doing good. I just hate I tore sister's nerves up.
Oh.
But she's tired, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't know when to call with her working that shift, so I'll just wait on her to call me about the pictures.
Yeah. Well, she's so upset about this deal. Miss Shen.
Well, I don't know. But anyway,
And Tim's coming to spend, Dean told me. He answers the phone. He's always so happy.
Yeah. He's coming the 4th or something.
Yeah, about the middle of the week, he said. And they're looking forward to that.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Yeah.
Well,
and then wondering about Thanksgiving. I told them, Lord willing, we'd be together.
Yeah,
That's all I can tell them.
I know it.
So I know she is really tore up about Justin and Miss Shin. And I ought not to have called, but I won't bother them no more. I'll wait till she calls me.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for her to call me too.
'Cause she can talk mighty short sometimes.
Well, I don't know.
I guess we all do.
I try to stay out of that mess down there, so.
Well, it's a tragedy. A really pitiful outfit. All we can do is pray for him.
Mm-hmm.
But I just Cyrus to blame himself, I'm sure, like he did with Rusty. That's who we need to pray for, and poor Pat.
Mm.
But we can't do a thing about it but talk.
Nope.
That's all. Just so y'all doing good.
Yeah,
And
and
we are. And looking forward to seeing you.
we'll call you Wednesday when we get in, let you know we're
Okay.
there.
Okay, baby.
And look forward to seeing you.
Yes.
And
I mean, it's been a while.
yeah, it has.
I
It's
can't even remember.
that Thanksgiving,
Is that 2 years this year?
94. Uh-huh.
Well, don't time go by.
About a year and a half.
Yeah. So we love you.
We love you too.
I'll let you hear if there's any change.
Okay, we'll talk to you Wednesday though.
Okay, baby.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.